We are live. What is going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I really appreciate it. Thank you for handing out. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, started off great, right? The Lakers looked like they were about to cruise to a win, get this W, and then they tried to Laker this game as hard and bad as possible. And I mean, look, I didn't ever think we were going to lose this game personally. I didn't even like when they started doing Laker things. The Lakers are scoring too easily. It was essentially a slam dunk contest for them in many ways. But still, it's the inconsistencies. It's the bad habits. It's the things that this team does on a regular basis that is just incredibly frustrating, right? It's like, come on, like, you know how you got to the position you were in. You know the things that you need to do. You know how to approach this. And it's just, they just continue to fall into this like pattern of like, all right, we're good. Let's just take our foot. Like, go extend this to 30, right? Like, and then chill and then coast, right? Like 20 points, teams go on 20-0 runs all the time. It's just like, come on, like play and do the things that you need to do. Play the right way, execute the right way. This team they seem to love to just get into bad habits. And that's my problem. Again, I didn't believe, there wasn't a moment in this game where I was like, Lakers might lose this game. I didn't. I was fine. I was confident. I was like, look, they went on a run. Credit Charlotte for doing that. But it's the bad habits. It's the things that they continue to put on the basketball court, the product and production that they continue to put on the basketball court. It's incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. Because we're better than this. Again, we're better than this. And look, I get here's a great cop. They won, let's move on. They were pacing themselves. Yes, but again, we're not a team that has the luxury of like just continuing bad habits. If we were a top 3 seed, I wouldn't even mention it. I wouldn't even bring it up. I wouldn't care. Right? I wouldn't be saying anything about, this moment. Stuff like this happens, it's fine. But we're not that team. The problem is what we just saw in the second half. That's the team we've been consistently. And so I can't just be like, they won, let's move on. I can't just be like, they were pacing themselves. I can't. Because this isn't a team that has shown that's what they do. This isn't a team that has shown, we win, and when we get big leads, we just pace ourselves. No, this is a team that has shown, we get leads, we lose them, and we lose. Or we get comfortable, or we get lazy, or we get inconsistent, and we lose. This isn't a team that's like, hey, we got the win, we did that. Like, that's not the team that we are. If we were that team, I would be all for it. I wouldn't even have mentioned it. I would have came on and been like, hey, you know what? We got the win, things like that happen. It's just, again, we haven't been that team all year. So that's my problem. That's the concerns that I have with this team. They continue to show that they're just not that team, that they're inconsistent, consistently inconsistent, but still inconsistent. But anyway, let's dive into the box scores, and then we'll jump into all of your super chats and all of your regular questions and stuff like that. And let's get this flowing. I'm probably only going to go about 45 minutes because there's a couple videos, bunch of news that I want to get up that I wanted to post earlier. But it's just as soon as the Laker game starts, like, boom, my views die. So I didn't want to post it in the middle of the game. So I need to get those up. But I'm diving into it. Anthony Davis, triple-double, Mr. Triple-double. 26 points, 3 blocks, 11 assists. The man just keeps putting on a clinic as far as the assists go. 15 rebounds, and only had 2 turnovers. Taking care of the basketball, which is good. 12-16 from the field. And put on a show. Austin Reeves, right back to Austin Reeves. Again, that's what I've talked about the last 2 games. Everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people have been coming at me. Oh, where are you now? What's this? Blah, blah. And what did I say the last 2 streams? I need to see it consistently. I don't care about 2 games. I care about the sample size, the 50-game sample size we've had this year of Austin Reeves not consistently being that guy. He just hasn't been. Again, I love Austin Reeves. He hasn't consistently been that guy. People keep saying, well, you just want to trade Austin Reeves. You just want that. I don't want to just trade Austin Reeves just for the sake of trading Austin Reeves. I don't. I like Austin Reeves a lot. But if you can get a clear upgrade, Austin Reeves is gone. Austin Reeves is not better than DeJounte Murray. Austin Reeves had 2 good games, and everyone's trying to convince me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that Austin Reeves is better than DeJounte Murray. Stop the madness. He's not. Austin Reeves is a great role player. Role player. Say it with me. Role player. He got headhunted this entire game. They were scouting him. They were tracking him down. They were going after him. Right? He wasn't providing. He can't shoot. I keep telling you. When he's shooting and he's shooting well, guess what? His offense opens up so much and all that. That's great. He can't shoot this season. I don't know what it is. And he can't consistently put it together. People keep telling me, oh, Austin, he had 2 games, which again, he was great. He was excellent in that Boston game. Right? I credit him. Give it to him. But he's not the guy that people are trying to make him out to be. He's just not. And there's nothing wrong with it. You need role players. Right? But if we can turn a role player into an all-star, do it. Do it. What are we waiting around for? I really like Austin Reeves, but he hasn't been consistent. He just hasn't. D'Lo averaged 28 a game for a month. And people are talking about Austin Reeves for 2 games? Come on. Again, I like Austin Reeves, but he's not better than a borderline all-star. He is who he is. Right? 9 points, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 11 assists, which is great, 4 rebounds. But anyway, I digress. LeBron James, 12 of 22 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. He's been struggling from 3 lately, which is not fun. 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 26 points. Did LeBron James things. Nothing too concerning. Rui, in 30 minutes, 4 or 6 from the field, 5 rebounds, 1 a steal, and 9 points. And then D'Lo, let's talk about D'Lo. 10 of 21 from the field, 47.6%. 5 of 12 from 3, 41.7%. He had his blunders here and there, especially towards the end, but solid game from him. 6 assists, 1 steal, 28 points, 3 turnovers. 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio, but you got to take better care of the basketball. Same thing with LeBron. He had 4 turnovers. Got to take care of the basketball. Prince, 4 of 7 from the field, 9 points. 1 of 4 from 3. I like that he wasn't settling. I really do. I like that he wasn't just jacking up shots. He was getting to spots. He was hitting mid-range, stuff like that. Nothing too big or bad about it. Max Christie in limited minutes, I thought was actually very solid this game. Christian Wood, same thing. Both guys were very solid. Christian Wood with 11 points and 6 rebounds. And then Max Christie with 6 points. But yeah, solid all-around effort. But again, let's dive into the chat here and power through this stuff. Appreciate you all being here. Also, real quick, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You people are beautiful. I don't understand why Ham doesn't bench AR for Max late in the 4th when AR has nothing going. Subbing Max for defense. The Hornets were doing whatever offense on AR. Ham likes to stick with his guys, which a lot of coaches do. A lot of coaches really like to just stick with the guys that they trust and believe in. Max Christie, I just don't see them closing with Max Christie unless they absolutely have to. Again, I liked what I saw from Max Christie this game, but he's also a 20-year-old kid. I've talked about it. I think that if Austin Reeves doesn't give you anything, which this is what I was talking about, and everyone told, and I bet you those people that were in this live stream, the last 2 live streams, talking all their mess to me, they probably won't even be here. But 2, if they are, I'd love to hear what they have to say now, because this was a perfect example of what I've talked about. When Austin Reeves isn't cooking offensively, he's nearly unplayable. And people keep telling me like, oh, like I don't know what I'm talking about. Watch this game. Watch the games in which he doesn't provide any offense. The guy is nearly unplayable. He's providing no offense, and teams are just going after him. He can't defend. Like, again, I give him credit for the 2 games. That's great. But we have an over 50 game sample size of him playing this way, of teams hunting him down. I just think the leash for him is too long, right? And I get it. He's been great when he's great. When he's good, he's good. But that's most players in the league, right? Like most guys, like when they're great, they're great. But I agree that I do think that there should be a shorter leash. What do I think about Darvin Ham's coaching this game? I didn't think it was very good. I thought it started out good. And then I thought him and the team just kind of, I felt like they just kind of we're going to win this. Like, which I don't like. I don't like at all. AR's turnover machine. He's not good with ball pressure. Talked about this countless times. He's not good with ball pressure. I keep hearing all these people tell me, this, that, and the other, and one of us just keeps being right. Like, again, like maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but for some reason, I guess I just keep lucking into being right. No, it's because I watched every game. I can see. It's obvious. The problems Austin Reeves has this year. It's very obvious. But people keep, like, Austin Reeves has 1 or 2 games that are good, and everyone's just like, oh, Austin Reeves is the best player. He's Michael Jordan. And it's like, he's not. Like, yes, every player has, a good game every 10 games or whatever. Austin Reeves, every 10 or 12 games, he has a game or 2 where he's great. I don't care about 1 or 2 games. I care about the consistency. I care about game in and game out. What are you providing? Lakers better go get Bridges for a second in game. I would love it if they can. Again, the other team has to trade for him. Problem is that the Lakers trade for Bridges, they're not going to be able to re-sign him. That's why the Lakers don't really want to get Bridges. Look, I would love Bridges. I think the Lakers should get Bridges. Go get Bridges and Nick Richards. That would be huge. Give me Bridges and Nick Richards. Now you got your backup center. You got your starting small forward. Let's go. Get it and off to the races. But if they can give up Gabe, but does that make sense for the Hornets? Right? Why would the Hornets want Gabe Vincent? Like, they're terrible, and if they're going to take on long-term salary, they're going to take on long-term salary for first-round picks or multiple seconds. So I don't see that happening. But you never know. Again, if they can do it, then I'm all for it. They were head on. See, look, I just said the exact same thing. Yeah, exactly. They were 100%. That's what teams do. All the teams do. Ham, not much to say. We ain't getting rid of him anytime soon. Yeah, he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna play the rest of the season. Bridges would be a beast playing with Bron and AD. I agree. I would love to get Bridges. Problem is I don't know if the Lakers are actually gonna do that, because again, they're worried about him not being able to resign him. But if they do, I will be jumping for joy here. Murray, Dorian Finney-Smith, bring them in. I am all for it. I think that should happen. So a video I'm posting after this live stream is Dallas is supposedly shopping Kyrie Irving or interested in trading Kyrie Irving. And it came from Dallas reports. They weren't like Laker reports. They weren't like some random thing. It literally came from Dallas news. So do the Lakers get in? The reported package is D'Lo, Rui, a first for Kyrie Irving, because Dallas really wants a two-way power forward, and supposedly they like Rui, and then they want that secondary playmaker that can play off ball, so that they may be interested in D'Lo. Full video, all the details, all that stuff will be posted after this live stream. I'm going to post it immediately after this live stream. So look forward to that video. I don't want to get too much. I even said in the video, I don't want to get too much into like the Kyrie thing because at this point, it's kind of one of those things where like I'll believe it when I see it. But there have been throughout this season and even in the offseason, there were about like 10 or so reports sprinkled that kind of went under the radar. And I didn't talk about them because like I was just like, it's not going to happen. That basically said if come trade deadline, Dallas is bad, they're going to trade Kyrie Irving. Jovan Buha, and I actually put the thing in the video. Jovan Buha said back in like November that if Dallas is bad come the trade deadline, they're going to trade Kyrie Irving, and the Lakers may land Kyrie, something like that. Again, it's in the video, but yeah, I'm not going to lie. If the Lakers get Kyrie Irving, go get Kyrie Irving. I would take Kyrie Irving over Murray. I talk about the good and bad in that video. Again, look at that video after. But yeah, AR played too chill tonight. Yeah, that's easy dub. Yo, this was a solid one. I liked it. I didn't like how we finished. I liked how we started. Let me rephrase that. Maybe not a solid. That was probably a bad way to put it. But a win. We got the win nonetheless. But I like how we started. I didn't like how we finished. Yep. Still see those bad habits, turnovers, hustling for rebounds, long game. Yep. And that's my problem. That's my issue. Again, if this was a team that just like, they were the 3 seed or something, and it was like, hey, no big deal, right? We won the game. It's fine, right? They were just coasting. Sure, I would have came on here and said that. Problem is, they aren't, right? Like, they haven't been that team. And I don't like seeing these bad habits. Trade deadline just changed this team. Well, after that, they're going again. What a team! Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I hate this win. It's a disgusting win of the season. Yeah, it just bad habits. 36 assists. Again, when the Lakers have more than 30 assists, they win. I believe they're undefeated when they have what I think is 32 or more assists. Or it might be 31 and more. I know it's like over 30 assists. The Lakers have not lost the game. Also, the record for having a lead in the fourth quarter is still now they're what 21 and 1. So that's good. AR and D'Lo needs to go. I would trade both of them for Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith and Royce O'Neal. You got to get DeJounte Murray. I don't want Spencer. Stay away from that. Spencer Dinwiddie has quit on the Nets. What's it? Next thing, I don't want a guy that just quits on a team. I don't care how bad your situation. I don't care how much you dislike being on that team. You don't just quit on a team because that means if things get bad again, you're going to quit again. You're just and he's not like some insanely talented player to where it's like, oh man, like you kind of look past it. No, he's an average guy in the league at best. AR clearly plays when it's against good teams, nationally televised, not versus these garbage teams. Yeah, but you're as good as you're as good as your consistency. Tyler, do you think Jared Vanderbilt is the second most important piece on the Lakers? I wouldn't say second most important piece. Anthony Davis, I think, is the most important player. LeBron is definitely the second most important player, as much as people try to pretend like he's not. But I think there's an argument Vanderbilt is the third. I made a video on the Lakers show kind of talking about that. And I was like, like people talk about Vando, like, oh, you really genuinely believe Vanderbilt can be the difference between you winning a championship? Absolutely. Like his energy, his effort, the defense, the offense he generates. And I'm not just talking about, him scoring the basketball. I'm talking about him getting deflections, getting out in transition, him being a backdoor cutter, him when he is hitting threes, right? Him getting steals and leading to that, getting offensive rebounds that lead into second chance points. Like he generates so much for this Lakers team. And one of the comparisons I made in that video was like, look back in 2009 with Trevor Ariza. All right, think of like the plays he made in that finals, right? Like the steals, like that big famous steal where he's like on the sideline and he goes and, he gets that steal and has the other way. Like those kind of things are what you can see from Jared Vanderbilt where, yes, he can be an X factor in winning a chip. AR played like he didn't care, bro. That said, I still keep him over Russell, more upside and younger, but D'Lo did his thing today. Problem is, like, he's really not that much younger. And I don't know about upside. Like, like D'Lo is only what, like he's like a year older than Reeves, or 2 years older than Reeves. Like I think people forget Austin Reeves is 25. He's not like 22 or 23 or anything like that. Like I don't know how much more upside he has. I think he's closer to his ceiling than he is his floor. Right? Like I don't know how much better he's not like super hyper athletic. Like he's not like, again, maybe he could get back to being a better shooter, but outside of that, like what else is he going to? I just want to make sure that I get some notifications, but it's about other teams. Yeah, I don't know. Like I hear that from a lot of people that are like, oh, Austin Reeves just has so much more upside. And I'm like, does he though? Like even DeJounte Murray, he's only 11 months younger than DeJounte Murray. So, like, again, if Austin Reeves has upside, so does D'Lo and Murray, because they're not that far apart, right? If we were talking about Max Christie playing the way that Austin Reeves has played the last like year and a half, then I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, you do not trade Max Christie, because Max Christie is 20 years old and has a world of upside. Austin Reeves, like, how much more upside? How much better can he get? I'm not saying he can't, but again, he's closer to 30 than he is 20, right? He's like right in the middle. So, I think we won, but it wasn't pretty. It definitely wasn't pretty, but a win is a win still. I don't like the bad habits. You still think we get Murray? I do, unless the Kyrie thing is legit. If the Kyrie thing is legit, I think the Lakers will go and get Kyrie Irving. And I think the Lakers would, because I also think it'd be cheaper to get Kyrie Irving. You'd have to trade D'Lo and Rui as opposed to like D'Lo and Jalen Trifino, but Kyrie is better, and the upside with Kyrie would be much better. So if the Kyrie Irving reports are true, I think the Lakers make a push for him. If it's not true and it's just kind of talk, but again, it came from Dallas. So if they're true, I think that they pivot and try to go get Kyrie. If it's not, then I think that they stick with DeJounte Murray. But I even said this in the video. Again, go watch the video after this live stream. It's not up yet. I'll post it after the live stream. But I said in that video, if Kyrie really is available, the Lakers could use Kyrie to leverage into DeJounte Murray. Maybe even leverage into both. I don't think that would happen. I think that's very unlikely. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. Because if you can like convince them, like, hey, if you don't take the deal that we're willing to give you, then we're gonna go get Kyrie Irving and we'll get him cheaper. Like, if you get DeJounte Murray and Kyrie Irving, would you trade Austin Reeves? Like, it's a question. It's a question. Again, I don't think it'll happen, but I would prefer Kyrie Irving over Murray. Again, I don't want to get my hopes up. We heard this for the last 2 years. Bridges makes less. Reeves and is better. What excuse do you have so far for not trading him? I'm excited for trades likewise. Yeah, I can care less about AR not going all out against trash teams. What's up, Tyler? How are you, Black Panther? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. Water seeks its level, my guy. I get that, but that's not a good thing. Like, again, it's not like the Lakers just, if they're a bad habit team, and they've been that all year. If the Lakers were one of the better teams in the league, I wouldn't care. Like, this wouldn't bother me. But they're not. They've been one of the worst teams in the league. Again, they're a 9th seed. Like, if the playoffs began today, they have to win 2 games just to get into the playoffs. And I wouldn't trust them to win both of those games. Just because, again, it's one game. It's a one-game elimination. If it was like best out of 3, I would. Just because LeBron James and Anthony Davis in a best-of series, I'll take my chances. But one game, this Lakers team, I wouldn't trust. With LeBron at 39, this isn't regular season team, 500 until the playoffs, until it comes. It's very possible. Like I said, don't underestimate trades. Don't underestimate what a trade or two can do. It's not pretty. Excuse me. It's not pretty, but it's a win. Only if that matters. Yes. Yes. Turnaround is here. Wait, is that a roundabout ahead of us? Oh no. Yeah. In fact, that's my concern. They need to build good habits. That's my point exactly, Will. Exactly. It's my point exactly. Like, these are the kind of games that you use to build good habits and to get things back on track. These aren't the games that you take lightly. These aren't the games that because these are the games that you're supposed to beat them by 30, but yet you use these games to develop the things for the good teams. The problem is the Lakers are taking these games as like, oh, it's okay. Like, we're just going to win. Like I said, there was never a point in that game where I was like, uh-oh, Lakers might lose this game. I never was worried about that. Heard the Bulls want an OG type of trade. Give up Reeves and a second. Let's do it. Been saying this. For who are you talking about? You're talking about DeMar DeRozan because DeMar DeRozan's now apparently available. Which I was going to talk about that, but I'll probably save that video for the morning. Got to get to that 6 seed. Yes. We need a strong finish. Yep. D'Lo will put his all into games like this, but go 5 of 20 when it matters. Both literally happen span of 3 days. This is what you can expect. Yeah, but the thing is, like, D'Lo provides more. D'Lo had nearly a triple-double and put on an absolute clinic in that game. Like, and he also shot 50% from 3. He was 5 of 20 from the field, but he was like 4 of 8 from 3 or whatever. So yeah, I mean, he didn't shoot great, but he was amazing in that game. So, like, that's the difference. Like, at least D'Lo gives you stuff, right? Let's see. Why do we go away from Anthony Davis? Yeah, that's a question too, because they had no answer. No answer. Tyler, do you think the Lakers should sign Bobby Portis off of a buyout when he gets traded? They're not going to buy him out. They're trading him like, based on the reports, Dallas is trying to swap Grant Williams for Bobby Portis, but the Bucks want more than just Grant Williams. And yeah, if that happens, they're going to keep Bobby Portis. They want Bobby Portis because they want a more side, like, they want more of a 4 than anything. But Portis is similar to Wood. Yeah, but Portis might be better. He might be more versatile. I would love Bobby with the Lakers also. I am right there with you. We need Bridges, especially with Vando going down. Yes, agreed. Wouldn't be like us to not make it a game. Glad we would. Yeah, and that's my problem. Reported early, Lakers looking to trade for Marcus Smart. That news came out like 3 days ago, and they already told who was it? It was the Lakers and was it the Warriors? I think it was the Lakers and the Warriors asked about Marcus Smart, and both teams were said no. They're not trading Marcus Smart. So that's why I didn't talk about it. Otherwise, I would have talked about it. Oh, hey, just me again, praying to go with Bridges, please. And thank you. Yeah, I'm with it. Go get Miles Bridges. We need to get good habits, players. A lot of this roster inconsistent, and guys who have been bouncing around. If we get guys like Caruso, guys who play the right way. And that's my point. Like, these are the games where you build good habits. We definitely need a point of attack or a two-way defender. Miles and the rookie had career nights against us. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, didn't Miles Bridges get like almost 40? I know he was at like 33 in like the third quarter. What did he finish with? He got 41. Yeah. Like, come on. Dude, Lakers gave up 41. D'Lo is so unserious to me, man. He had a good game, but even in the good games demonstrates his bad habits. D'Lo definitely has bad habits, without a doubt. Like, I've talked about a lot. Like, some of his shot selections drive me crazy at times, but he's still better. Like, and he's been more consistent this year, at least. My thing is just the consistency. Man, AD definitely deserves more, deserves some type of accolades this year, and he's been healthy. Knock on wood. Yeah, pause. I got you. I think Cam didn't know if he's lined up is good or bad. If his lineups are good or bad. Imagine Reeves having a rough night and still Ham overuses him. They defensively better when Christie is on the floor because his Vando substitute. They are. I just don't think he trusts Christie. Let's see. No, Tyler, it was in the video earlier. He's got the D, but we need the 3 pause. Oh, talk about Torrey Craig. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Bridges makes less than Reeves and is a better player. Sorry. What excuses do they have for not trading him? Tim Austin Reeves. Well, Bridges, like he's not making more money because of poor off-court decisions rather than on court. Like if he never did the stuff that I don't really want to dive into that, but if he didn't do the stuff that he did off court, then he'd probably be making 25 million. Like he basically fumbled the bag. D'Lo watched Ishmael walk into 3 straight middies to start the game. Facts, Tyler. I'm with you. AR is fantastic role player, 6 man at best. It's completely fine. But if we can change him into a better player, dude, that's my point. I'm not saying you trade Austin Reeves for like Torrey Craig or something like that. Torrey Craig because Jay mentioned, but I'm not saying you basically just swap him for anybody. But DeJounte Murray is a better player. People are like, you really want to trade Austin Reeves for DeJounte? Yes. Today. Do that. That should have already been done. Right? I get wanting to keep Austin Reeves for flexibility and stuff like that. But to me, it's just like you figure it out. Like you're in a position to get a guy that's a borderline all-star player who has been an all-star and has been an all-defensive player, and you're trying to keep a role player. Like, I get the role player has the most value, but still, and if he keeps playing the way Reeves is playing right now, he's not going to have the value that he has right now. My thing is sell high on him. Like the Lakers are banking on him turning it around and getting back to who he was last year. But there's no guarantee he did that. He's played as many games now at this point as he did last season in that, after his emergence. And he hasn't been able to replicate it. He can replicate it for a game or 2 games, or he had a 4-game stretch earlier in the season. But again, I don't care about, a tenth of the season, him looking like old Reeves. Like, what are you doing a majority? That's the difference between stars and role players. Stars can bring it every single night. Like DeJounte Murray's bad game are Austin Reeves' average games. That's a clear upgrade. And look, again, I would trade D'Lo for DeJounte Murray. I don't know if people just take it as I don't want to trade D'Lo. No, I've said repeatedly, if you trade for DeJounte Murray, you're going to have to trade D'Lo. My thing is that if you can keep a first and basically negotiate it to where it's okay, instead of us having to give up all of our draft capital, let's give up Austin Reeves, and then we can use that draft capital with D'Lo and Rui and Gabe Vincent and go get other pieces. Right? Now, maybe you can go get, let's say you trade Austin Reeves for DeJounte Murray. So say you do Austin Reeves and whatever salary, right? Because you'd have to include more. But you do Austin Reeves, Jalen Hood-Schifino, that gets you to 15 million. So you need another 3. And then I don't know, Jackson Hayes or whatever, right? Trade those guys. You give up a pick swap in 2 seconds or something instead of a first. Right? Now you have your first, now you have your first, D'Lo, Rui, and Gabe Vincent, plus one or 2 more seconds. Hit up Brooklyn. Hey, you want Austin Reeves, or you want D'Angelo Russell, right? You want Rui Hachimura, right? Well, we'll give you D'Lo, Rui, and a first round pick or a pick swap. Let's say you gave, because you probably have to give the first, but you get to keep the pick swap, right? So we'll give you those 2 in a pick swap. Give us Dorian Finney-Smith or Royce O'Neal. Boom. Now you got all 3 of them. Now you're good, and let's go. You can literally start those 3 guys alongside, and then just go get another center or something like that, right? Whatever. I'm kind of just spitballing here, but you get my point. You can get more that make more sense, that are upgrades, that are better, that are able to provide things that you need. You get that third all-star. You get that guy. So we're looking around for Bridges. He's back in the conversation. I wouldn't hate it. He reminds me of a bulkier Julius Randle. Maybe he can score a little better, but he's still young. Yeah, I like Miles Bridges a lot. I am hesitant if the Lakers actually trade for him or not. I've talked about Miles Bridges a lot this season and the Lakers targeting him. it was one of the things that I talked about in the offseason too. I was like, the Lakers should go make a play for Miles Bridges in the offseason. So I've been very like adamant about the Lakers getting Bridges, but outside, like if I remove my personal fans, I don't know if the Lakers do it. Now with like if Jared Vanderbilt was out for the season, maybe they would have, but since now it's like 3 or 4 weeks, do they want to trade for a rental? Because he's very likely going to be a rental. Because the Lakers aren't going to be able to pay him unless they can move off of Gabe Vincent. If they move off of Gabe Vincent, then they could offer him like the exception, and so they could pay him like $13 million. But we'll see. All right, let's power through some comments here because I need to get a couple videos up before it gets too late. You think Genie is a reason why a trade hasn't happened yet? I know. I think the reason a trade hasn't happened yet is because no team is willing to trade right now. It's not like there's been an abundance of trades. I know the OG and Siakam trade, but like they weren't going to get better offers than that, and I'm sure that they knew it. But like a team like Atlanta for DeJounte Murray, like what is their incentive to get the trade done? Right? Like there is none other than like it helps the Lakers. Like the Lakers are the only one that wants to get the trade done now. If you're Atlanta, you want to wait. Right? Let it wait. Like, what if a guy gets injured or something like that, and now a team's like, dude, maybe we should just go get DeJounte Murray and figure it out. Boom, you just got what you wanted, right? Like, there's just so many things, so many variables that could happen, right? To where it's like, unless you're getting everything you want. Now, if the Lakers came to Atlanta and they were like, hey, we'll trade you Austin Reeves, I think the deal would get done immediately because that's who they want. But they're looking at it as like, okay, well, we know what the Lakers' offer is. It's not going anywhere, and we might as well be patient. And Atlanta doesn't have to trade Murray at all, right? Like they're not in a position where they have to. So again, like what trades are the Lakers going to be able to do? Like teams don't care about helping the Lakers. And hey, if you want us to help you and you want us to get it done now, then you're going to have to overpay. So I just think don't think it has anything to do with Rob or Jeannie. I think it has to do with like the other teams. Is this our first 3-game winning streak of the year? No, it's like I don't believe we won more than 3, but we have like 2 others off the top of my head, 2 or 3 others. I know we've won a couple of 3-game win streaks. Murray is better than AR is better now, but AR is still light in the weight. So I think a long run he'll be better overall player. I don't. Again, DeJounte Murray is only 11 months older than Austin Reeves. I think people think Austin Reeves is like 22 years old. He's not. He's still very much older. He's of the older age. And Murray is proven. Right? Like, and look, even if Austin Reeves does, let's say Austin Reeves turns 30 and he's better than Murray at 31. Like, you still have 5 years of Murray being better. Like, so I'd rather take that. Can we please just get on to these trades, man? This deadline needs to hurry up. I can't stand waiting. See his desperate nonsense. Yeah, I'm with you. Believe me, I want him to. I want him badly too. 80 with the triple dub. I love it. I was upset. They barely win. I shouldn't have blown them out. I am with you. I'm happy for the win, but well, it has to happen in the next 3 days, I guess. Yeah, facts. 82nd triple double this season. I love it too. I'm right there with you. He's been, man, the playmaking has been ridiculous. Here's my issue with Reeves versus Murray. Murray is the better player. However, the Lakers have a huge cap issue next season. If they make that trade, Murray makes $13 million more than Reeves next season. I get it. But if your team is, and look, I get the idea and the logic, but they're going to have a cap issue regardless, right? Unless they're able to move off of Gabe Vincent for expiring salary, or they're able to like, I mean, yes, they could trade D'Lo for Murray, and then that helps some of their cap situation. Not much, though. Like, they're still going to be a cap team. They're still going to be in trouble. Their finances are still not great. And my thing is, like, if you can trade Austin Reeves and have your roster set, then the cap doesn't affect you. Like, look at all the best teams in the league. They're going to be the best teams in the league for the next, like, handful of years. And they're all, like, second apron teams. Like, so, again, like, because they don't care. They have their roster locked up. You know, so like my thing was like, I don't care if the Lakers go and make these big trades and trade Austin Reeves and do all this stuff if you get the roster that you believe in. And it's not like DeJounte Murray isn't going to have trade value. It is more likely, based on the way that Reeves has been playing, that Murray long-term will have better return than Reeves will. Like, Reeves right now is perceived as like, he's the Lakers' best player. Or not best player, but best asset, right? And my thing is like, okay, what happens if Austin Reeves next year plays like this? At some point, teams are going to be like, okay, he's really not that good, right? He has his games. He has his moments. He's good for maybe like 15 games a season, and he'll light you up. But outside of that, he's just, he's a role guy, right? Like, he's not a star. He's not an all-star. He's a very good blue chip role guy. And my problem is now you're not going to be able to get a DeJounte Murray for him. DeJounte Murray has been who he is long enough to where we know the kind of player he is, who he is, and his contract is reasonable. Teams will value him later on if it doesn't work out or you need to move off of him or whatever. And then you still shift and trade deals. So my thing is like, if you can get your team that makes sense set and you're set for now and the future, then why wouldn't you? Right? Like, like that's my thing. I don't think it's as big of a concern as if you go about it right. Now, obviously, if you're all willy-nilly, then yes, it could be a real problem. But I think if they do the right things, then we're good. Let's see. What does AR do besides score? I mean, and that's my problem, right? That's the thing that I've talked about. Like, when he's not scoring, like, he's nearly unplayable, right? Like, and again, he had 11 assists, which is great. But there's a difference between making plays and being a playmaker. And I think a lot of people don't understand the difference, right? Making plays is, you find the open man, you find the occasional cutter, you can throw the lob, right? But a playmaker is like D'Lo, where LeBron's calling for the ball. He's looking this way. Austin Reeves makes a cut, and while he's looking at LeBron, dishes it out. He sees the whole court. He sees things unfolding before they unfold, right? He's making plays. He's getting to the basket. And he's keeping his head on a swivel. He's seeing things develop. That's a playmaker. Right? D'Lo is a point guard. Austin Reeves is a shooting guard that can make plays. Most shooting guards in this league can make plays. Most shooting guards in this league average 5 or 6 assists, right? Like, that's the thing, because they can find the open man. There's a difference between making a play and being a playmaker. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, because people are like, well, Austin Reeves gives you 11 assists. And I'm like, yeah, when the Hornets don't play defense and it's basically layup drills all game, and Anthony Davis is left wide open like it's just slam dunk contest, and Reeves just throwing lobs all game, like, yeah, I could probably get 11 assists if the Hornets play me the way that they did this game, right? Like, if all I have to do all game is just throw lobs to LeBron and AD, like, I'm probably going to be pretty good in that. Like, like, that's my only thing. Why is TP Darvin Ham's baby dead? I don't know. It's just something that came in mind. Like, it was just a joke. Like, it's just because he's like obsessed with playing him 30 minutes a game. Let's see. Like, I want to open my phone to a trade in the morning. We didn't even get the appetizer this year, like we did with the Hachimura trade last year. I'm sick of waiting. I'm with you. Believe me. Believe me. Look, I've said this before. The content creator in me loves this because it's like, it's free content. There's constantly reports and rumors and speculation, and people love it, right? As much as people say, like, oh, I'm sick of it or whatever, they're watching every video. Like, we all are. I am too. Like, not even my videos, like other people's videos, like where they're talking about stuff. There's news and stuff. Like, it's intriguing. Like, you want to know, you want to explore ideas, you want to have fun, you want to have this conversation. So from the content creator in me, I'm like, man, keep this going till the trade deadline. The Laker fan in me, that is like burning, right? The Laker fan in me is like, dude, can we just get this over with already? Like, I'll figure out the content. Like, I'm not worried about it. I've done this long enough. Like, there's other things. Get the trade. Like, it's like this struggle with me at times. Like, it's like there's like these two sides of me where I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, is there a trade? Damn, man, come on. Can we get something? And then that fades and I'm like, all right, well, what reports are there? And then I'm like, oh, man, I got like 7 videos to make today. Like, So it's like, I don't know. I never had this issue because wasn't a content creator, 2 years ago. So it's like, or a Laker content creator 2 years ago. So it's just, man. But let's see. Dame super agrees. If we traded LeBron and AD, we'd have max cap space. Probably not, because you got to match salaries. So you're taking back $100 million in salary. And how many teams have $100 million in expiring salary? Hope Lakers still ain't talking about the only way of the trade Reeves is for an all-star when Reeves is clearly not an all-star and his liability have too many turnovers. Like I said, I don't want to just trade Reeves just to trade Reeves. But if there's a right deal there, then you take it. Again, if you can get a clear upgrade, get a clear upgrade. That's my thing. Hey, Tyler, are you hearing any news as we get closer? Just the usual stuff. Like, it's nothing like, there's nothing concrete. It's all just rumors and speculation, right? Like, again, I mentioned it earlier, the Kyrie information. Like, DeMar DeRozan is now available. The Bulls aren't, like, determined to trade DeMar DeRozan, but apparently contract extensions fell through, and now they're looking to explore because they're afraid he's going to leave in the offseason. So, like, DeMar DeRozan is now on the table again, so the Lakers probably explore that. Kyrie Irving may end up being on the table again. From what I've gathered, and again, I made a whole video about it. It hasn't uploaded yet, but as soon as this live stream's over, I'm going to go upload it and post it. So, like, I don't know, 5 minutes after this live stream, 10 minutes after, I might let this live stream marinate a little bit. So, like, 8 o'clock. It's 7 right now, so in an hour, I'll have the video up. I'll probably post it at 8 o'clock. But, yeah. So, I mean, outside of that, but, like, as far as, like, who the Lakers are going to target and, like, what's going to happen, no. It's just the usual suspects right now. But, look, don't be surprised. We're days away now, right? Days away. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. I do it for Kyrie. Yeah, thanks. Kyrie hasn't been the same lately. He's been amazing offensively. And I talked about this in the video, so I don't want to get into it too much. But one of the concerns I brought up is he's played only 5 more games than he's missed. He's literally missed half the season. So, and it's been because of injuries. Now, a lot of them have just kind of been nagging injuries, like his thumb and stuff like that. But, like, it's a concern. Glad we didn't trade for Levine, who's out for the season again and injury prone. And, like, 27. And I'm glad that they didn't either, given the circumstances. Granted, we didn't know that he was going to get surgery. Like, that was never reported until he opted in for surgery. Like, if that was information we knew ahead of time, I wouldn't have been talking about trading for Zach LaVine. But, I mean, also the injury prone thing. Yeah, he's been injury prone this year. But I also feel like that's been heavily over. He played 77 games last year, and he's averaged 65. He's played more games the last 5 years, not counting this year, but he's played more games the last 5 years than, like, Kyrie, DeJounte Murray, like many guys in the league, right? It's just, he just has this stigma. Kyrie as a Lakers godsend. Yeah, agreed. Go get Irving. He hasn't been Irving. He used to be, but we'll take him for sure. He's been pretty good. I mean, look, many people look at him as having a down season. He's averaging 25-6 or 25-4-6 or something like that. Like, he just doesn't fit next to Luka, right? It's just not a good fit. But him and LeBron fit. I'm telling you, Lakers get Kyrie Irving, good luck. Like, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, especially the way LeBron James and Anthony Davis are playing this year, Kyrie Irving might make them the best team in the league. Tyler, the idea trade deadline is to make it so that we can have and our other guards to surround with two-way wings. In addition to LeBron and AD, I think that's a winning formula. I mean, possibly. Again, it just depends on what's out there, what's available, and what you can actually get. Problem is, like, yes, the Lakers want wings, but so does everybody. And the Lakers don't have, like, I said this in one of the videos, right? Like, if we were in the situation that, like, OKC was in and we had, like, a bunch of draft picks, then yeah, take some chances, take some risks, right? Like, don't just throw stuff away, but, like, no, hey, if you need to overpay slightly for a guy that you believe can really turn the season around, go do that. Problem is the Lakers are just too limited. they're just way too limited. And it's just like, how do they get the pieces that they need? Like, I understand the formula, I understand the idea, I understand the thought, but how do they get there realistically? I just don't see it. Kyrie is a killer. He's just too injury prone, but I'll gamble it. I am with you 100%. Again, I talk about this in the video, so I don't want to like spoil the video, but I literally talked about that very thing in the video, and I was like, like he's like, here's all the concerns. I don't care about the concerns personally. The upside is too big for me. It just is. Like, I understand the concerns with Kyrie Irving, but like Kyrie, I don't doubt that it'll work. It's just, can Kyrie play enough games to turn the season around? If we get into the playoffs, I probably will bet on the Lakers to win the championship, even if we're like the 6th seed, right? Like, I don't care. But can Kyrie play enough games this year to get to the playoffs? That's the thing. Like, give me Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James in a 7-game series against any team in the league, and I would bet pretty good money that they make it out, assuming that they're healthy, right? Obviously, health is a factor, but man, I don't. There's no way I wouldn't gamble that personally. I wouldn't. The problem is like, if you trade for Kyrie and it doesn't work, you're stuck because no other team is going to take Kyrie. So it is definitely a risk, but I just think like, man, you got to do it. Dallas isn't bad though. They are pretty bad. I mean, they're literally only like a game ahead of us, and we've been bad. Brandon Miller's a baller. Yeah, he has a lot of upside and potential. He's gonna be a player in this league. LeBron plus Kyrie, yes. Kyrie makes $42 million per year. He doesn't make $42 million till the last year of his contract. He's making 37, almost 38 million this year. Then he makes 40 million next year, and then he makes 42, almost 43 million the final year, which is a player option, which he's not gonna bail out of. Honestly, I don't think LeBron believes in this team. To get Kyrie, he will. Kyrie is an absolute in the I believe it when I see it category because I'm sick of these reports. But look, everybody, if you can get Kyrie, you do it in the story. Yeah, facts. I'm right there with you, 100%. Like, I say that in the video like 3 times. I'm like, I will believe it when I see it. I had my hopes up. We literally got reports that the deal was done and that Kyrie was headed to the Lakers. And guess what? He's still not a Laker. So I don't know. I just would take it. Irving averaging 25 and 5 and shooting 41% from 3 and is having a down year. That's my point, Jeremy. That's literally what I just said. See, we good. Like, man, I'm telling you, for a down year, give me that. If that's his down year, sign me up. I don't want to get excited about it though. Like, I don't. Like, there's a part of me right now that's just like a giddy kid in a candy store. Like, I just like, man, get Kyrie Irving. Like, whatever you got to do. But I'm like, man, I don't want to get my hopes up again. Andrew coming in out the $5 super chat. And then I think I'm going to skate on out of here because I want to let the live stream marinate before I post that Kyrie Irving video. But make sure you watch that Kyrie Irving video, please. D'Lo, Rui, Max to Brooklyn. Dinwiddie, Jalen Hitchfino, 2029 first, and a first pick swap to Atlanta. Murray, Dorian Finney-Smith, walking 4 to LA. Closing 5 would be Murray, Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Braun, 80, all in. D'Lo, Rui to Brooklyn. Okay. Smith, Dinwiddie, Smith, and a first pick swap to Atlanta. Okay. Murray, Dorian Finney-Smith, Walker, the 4th to the Lakers. Closing 5, Murray. Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. Look, if you can get Kyrie Irving, go get Kyrie Irving. I don't care what you have to give up. Like, I would take Kyrie over Murray and Dorian Finney-Smith if I had to. Technically, you can still get Kyrie and go get Murray and stuff, as I mentioned earlier. Again, don't think that happens. I doubt it happens. But I don't know. I do. I like that. Yeah, Murray, Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Braun, 80, all in. Yeah, I like that. I also wouldn't hate, like, if Vando came back, putting Dorian Finney-Smith at the 2 and put Vando at the 3. Because Dorian Finney-Smith provides you the 3-point shooting and the defense. So, like, when Vando gets back, you could literally have Murray, Dorian Finney-Smith, Vando, Braun, and AD. That would be tough. That would be tough. If we can get Kyrie, no question, anything they want. Okay, good, Andrew. All right, we're in the same, we're in the same, we're in the same talk. Yeah, because yeah, I would sell the farm. Look, I have a lot of concerns about Kyrie. Not like some people do, like off court and stuff. No, I'm talking like pure basketball. I do have concerns. Just like again, he's almost missed as many games as he's played this year, which is concerning. But the upside is just, man. I mean, Andrew, you and me have talked about the upside with Zach LaVine. Kyrie Irving's better than Zach LaVine. I like Zach LaVine a lot. Kyrie Irving's better than Zach. And we know he works with, we know LeBron plus Kyrie equals championship. We know that. That's a formula that won. And instead of Kevin Love, we would have a souped up Anthony Davis. Stop. Like, man, I want it so bad. I wanted it so bad last year. Like, I built my channel around Kyrie Irving to the Lakers. Like, I do. I want it so badly, but it's just like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't. I mean, I get why Dallas would want to trade him, but oh man. He said, where did it go? Is getting Kyrie Irving realistic right now? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how true the rumors are. Again, everything's a rumor until it happens, right? But again, it came from Dallas. It didn't come from, it wasn't like a Lakers source. It wasn't like it came from Dallas news, Dallas reports, and a bunch of Dallas people are running away with it. Now, of course, like you can find Laker articles and stuff about it, but like when the report first came out a couple hours, I think it was like earlier, it was like midday. And I wanted to post the video earlier, but again, like every time the Laker game happens, like my views just die on videos because everyone's watching Lake game. But like, yeah, like, look, it's just odd that it came from like a Dallas report and a Dallas insider, but I don't know. There's been sprinkles all season about it. Lots of people have mentioned like, hey, if come trade deadline, Dallas is a play-in team, they're going to trade Kyrie. Like, and I haven't talked about it because I was like, I don't want to go down that road again. But now we're at the trade deadline, and it's like, if Kyrie does become available, I believe he's a Laker because I just don't see another team trading for him. Literally, no other team wanted him. The only reason Dallas traded for Kyrie was because they got him for basically less than the Lakers would have had to give up. They got him for basically nothing. Like, it sucks that they lost Dorian Finney-Smith and all that stuff, but they got him because Luka was itchy and there was concerns about Luka leaving. Dallas got him on the cheap, and it was like, if it doesn't work, then we can always trade him to the Lakers. So, like, it's just, like, that was kind of the thing. I don't know. Oh. Anyway, like I said, don't get your hopes up. I don't want people to get their hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't get too, like, super pumped and excited. If I had to bet on it, I would bet he stays with Dallas. But if Dallas really does trade him, I think he's a Laker. I just don't see any other team trading for him. I only wanted Zach because he was the closest to Kyrie yet. I get that. I understand that. And yeah, if you can get Kyrie, if we get Kyrie Irving, we're celebrating. Like, because man, like Kyrie Irving would just be chef kiss. Like, I would be so, and I'd want to celebrate just because like it was like 2 years of like, Kyrie's coming to Lakers. Kyrie's coming. He's coming. Oh, this guy's reported it. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, there's smoke. Like, it's just like, oh, come on. Can we get it? Can we make it happen finally? But like I said, I don't want to get my hopes up too much. But again, appreciate you, Andrew. Anyways, I'm gonna just get on out of here because, like I said, I want to get that Kyrie video up. But I want to give this video at least like 30 minutes to marinate before that video uploads. Because now this live stream ends and then it posts as a video, so then YouTube pushes it out. And then if I post a new video, then sometimes it'll like mess up that video. So I want to give it a little time. But yeah. Anyway, again, I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Go check out the D-Lo video. I'll post it at 8 p.m. It's 7 right now. So it'll be up in 45 minutes, 7:17. So 43 minutes. So go check out that video. please. I'd appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Also, hit that like button on this live stream if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'd go a little longer, but I just don't want to post that Kyrie video too late and it does bad. I want the videos to do good because I'm a YouTuber, right? So I need views, I need likes, I need subscribes. So do that. I appreciate you guys. You guys are beautiful. Andrew, thank you for super chats. Everyone, thank you for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.